Hello everyone, and welcome to Total Television. The DC Extended Universe massively relies on the quality that the Wonder Woman movies bring. This is why they are guaranteed to get critical acclaim. And Wonder Woman 1984 has done just this. The film received around the same level of positive reviews the original movie had achieved. However, there have been a couple of criticisms, which aren't just simple problems. These mistakes have to do with Wonder Woman 1984 paving the way in making the DCEU as a whole. Had these been bypassed, the movie could have gone down as a flawless piece of cinema. That is why today, we will discuss 10 mistakes Wonder Woman 1984 should have avoided. Before we dive in, don't forget to check out our other DC content after this. Like the video and hit the subscribe button so you can enter our PlayStation 5 giveaway. When we reach 1,000 subscribers, we will be selecting one of you to win a free PlayStation 5. Good luck, and on to the video. Number 10. Reliance on superhero movie tropes over emotional impact. There were several older DCEU mistakes that the film could have learned from, and Wonder Woman 1984 missed the point about indulging too much in superhero tropes. This includes cliché stuff like epic entrances and uncovering sudden surges in power. It takes away from the emotional state if these moments are highlighted to such great lengths. It was more focused in this movie because Wonder Woman regained her powers right after Steve chose to sacrifice himself again. Fans were aware of her powers already, so their return didn't warrant the use of superhero analogies since the emotional punch was still in effect. Number 9. The conflicts are the fault of the heroes. If anyone has kept count, they'll notice that similar movies like Suicide Squad, Shazam, and Birds of Prey made their plot possible only because the lead characters inadvertently caused the conflict to begin, essentially making their arc an attempt to fix their mistake. Wonder Woman 1984 used the same trick, as Diane's wish with the Dreamstone to bring Steve back set everything in the drive. Wonder Woman has previously made a few blunders in her time, and using her mistake to raise things up to the levels it reached in this story was unnecessary. It placed the burden of unfair responsibility on her. Number 8. Presenting an unconvincing emotional factor for the villains. Mainstream fans first saw Maxwell Lord only in this movie, while hardcore comic book fans were already well aware of who he was. The DCEU has got plenty of sympathetic qualities in its villains that resulted in bad characters, such as Jared Leto's Joker, Savannah, and all Suicide Squad. The issue is that there's no real balance, giving fewer reasons to fully invest in them. The same was the situation for Maxwell Lord, who got a level of sympathy regarding his son. Lord had showcased his offensive nature throughout the film, only to have a change of heart. This doesn't go well for his lingering power as a villain, and he doesn't come across as a good guy either. Number 7. A story with a foregone conclusion. The first movie was an immediate hit, but that doesn't mean it wasn't extremely predictable. Wonder Woman 1984 extended this problem as none of the cases have a bearing on the bigger story of the DCEU. There were no exciting wonders like Steve remaining alive or Wonder Woman using her skills here in the future. In its place, everything is primarily the same as when Wonder Woman showed up in Batman vs. Superman. There were no decisions taken with the plot, which is sad since it means the film can be skipped for fans who want to see long-term consequences. Number 6. A lame way to make the superhero weak. This has appeared plenty of times in the DCEU, including how Superman was defeated by Batman with a kryptonite spear, Steppenwolf being vulnerable around Superman, and Shazam shifting his family into superheroes. All this comes out of the blue and doesn't feel explained. It was felt here too. Wonder Woman was too powerful for Maxwell Lord and Cheetah on paper, so the film felt the need to decrease her powers with the Dreamstone. Rather than grow the villains' powers, the decision to make Wonder Woman weak wasn't a worthy road to take since it felt rather lazy in execution. Number 5. Supporting characters not really utilized. A mistake the DCEU runs into repeatedly is wasting the potential of characters that aren't strictly villains or protagonists. This appeared in Wonder Woman, where the Amazons were introduced but not used in any real way. The same happened in the sequel, as Wonder Woman's mother and aunt only played in flashbacks. Just the 4 protagonists and antagonists had any real participation. Simultaneously, the supporting characters were relegated to bit appearances when they could have been used better. Number 4. Making the promoted villain only the secondary antagonist of the story. This mistake threatens viewers' expectations since delivering a different antagonist from the secured one is a bit of a cop-out. It was previously seen in Suicide Squad and Dawn of Justice, where Joker and Lex Luthor were displayed by Enchantress and Doomsday. Comic book fans are aware that the Cheetah is the nemesis of Wonder Woman. This wasn't shown in Wonder Woman 1984 though. They had a close connection before Cheetah became a baddie, and her transformation was delayed till the end. Even then, Maxwell Lord was the real antagonist, which goes against all the hype created for Cheetah in promotional material. Number 3. Inconsistency with chronology. A burning issue with the Wonder Woman films has been the difference in characterization with the way she appeared in Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice. It mainly has to do with the difference in chronology, as Wonder Woman had character growth in her solo films that weren't considered in other ones. Wonder Woman 1984 got it even worse. It's now established that she had an entire adventure with Steve and had closed over his death this time. However, she was still sad over him in Justice League, which doesn't align with this movie's events. Number 2. Making characters rely too much on love. The selling point of the Wonder Woman films has been her romance with Steve Trevor. Still, the DCEU has made the mistake of making almost all the main characters steer too much into their love affairs, at the cost of damaging their independence. When there's Superman, he's pining for Lois Lane. The same goes for Harley Quinn and the Joker, accompanied by Tom Curry and Atlanta. This kind of extreme empathy isn't very endearing in the long run. Still, Wonder Woman 1984 dived hard into this aspect, and the main couple now seems too embroiled in their star-crossed lovers' part. Number 1. Using a totally unknown MacGuffin to drive the story. It's strange how Wonder Woman 1984 didn't study the Justice League's mistake of placing a MacGuffin as the central plot device, observing as the Mother Box's angle considerably hurt storytelling due to its sudden interjection as an essential feature. The Dreamstone became the plot's driving power in this movie, which wasn't as bad as Justice League, but still made the story too dependent. Since the Dreamstone has no relationship with future films, its dominance of this movie gives it a one-time thing that makes Wonder Woman 1984 to have a thinly veiled plot. So, how do you like our video? Would you like to see more info about the new Wonder Woman movie? Let us know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss an upload and to enter our PlayStation 5 giveaway. We hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you for watching Total Television, and see you in our next video.